Meet Roland Gutierrez. Roland Gutierrez is a member of Texas Senate representing District 19 and is a Democrat. In short, he's like the AARP version of Beto, rhetoric, because recently he gave a speech saying this.
We are broken in this country. Our kids are dying. Loose Republican gun laws are killing our kids. We must have an assault weapons ban in this country. We must raise age limits. We must have extreme risk protective orders. We must protect our kids.
Apparently, Gutierrez saw how masterfully Beto lost his run and said, "Here, hold my beet juice." You see, Roland, this is Texas, a state where even the people who hate guns have guns. And when you ask why they have guns, even though they hate guns, they just smirk and say, because it's Texas. The same Texas where when the police pull you over and ask you, are there guns in the car? If you say no, they ask you why not, and then write the address to the nearest gun store on the back of your ticket. So running your campaign on gun control is just goofy, but here you are, spouting the same unconstitutional, ineffective, disingenuous, deceptive, guilt-tripping, shaming, gaslighting, anti-2A talking points that y'all always do. I literally designed this Keep Texas Tactical hoodie and hat because of Beto, so that my followers could wear it to the polls to vote against him. And now they're available in every state on shop.mrcolionnoir.com, or you can just click the link in the description section of this video. And can I point out once again that it is always the Democrats who are doing this. The most important right you have in this country, the right to protect yourself in this country, and it's always the Democrats trying to violate that right the same way they violated our ability to watch football without having Taylor Swift shoved down our throats anytime the Chiefs play. And this is coming from an undercover Swiftie. I can always tell when the politician is bought and paid for by the anti-2A lobby because they say the exact same things the exact same way. Protect our kids, ban assault weapons, age limits, red flag laws, protect our kids. These talking points are to anti-2A politicians what dirty white Air Forces, leggings, and Stanley Cups are to the generation of young girls in this country. The only thing he missed was background checks. I've already done a video debunking the idea that guns are the #1 killer of kids in this country. Guns are the #1 killer of children? It sounds terrifying because you imagine this means all of these little kids are being murdered by guns. That is until you realize that when they say kids, they mean anyone under the age of 20. And when they say killed, they're also including self-deletions and self-defense shootings by cops and civilians. You see, they all got this talking point from this letter put out by the New England Journal of Medicine. This letter used CDC homicide numbers to conclude that guns are the leading killer of kids and adolescents in the United States. But it defines children and adolescents as a person 1 to 19 years of age. Last I checked, an 18 and 19-year-old is an adult, not an adolescent or a child. And as the Crime Prevention Research Center so aptly puts it, their measure of defining children for everyone 19 and under is crucial because there's a lot of gang violence for 17, 18, and 19-year-olds. The notion that banning guns is going to stop this drug gang violence is simply not serious. You are going to be as successful in stopping gangs from getting guns as you are from stopping them from getting illegal drugs to sell. I've also done a video exposing how AR-15s are one of the least used guns in gun violence.
When politicians talk about banning assault weapons, they're mainly talking about AR-15s. There are over 20 million AR-15s in this country, yet AR-15s are used in less than 1% of gun deaths. More people die from being stabbed to death than they do from AR-15s. More people die from being hammered to death than they do from AR-15s. Hell, more people die from being beat to death by hands and feet than they do AR-15s. Not only that, the number of people killed by AR-15s declined from 2017 to 2018.
And as you've probably guessed at this point, I've also done a video exposing the problems with red flag laws or extreme risk protection orders.
Future. The first problem with red flag laws is due process or the lack thereof. Too many people think the right to own a gun is a privilege. Driving a car is a privilege. Public education is a privilege. Public housing is a privilege. Owning a gun, however, is a right, which means it can only be taken from you if you're charged and convicted of a crime. Red flag laws not only not charge you with a crime, you're presumed guilty of a crime you haven't been charged with. But because someone had a secret meeting with the judge about you, the cops can now come and confiscate your guns immediately. Police randomly showing up at a gun owner's house to confiscate their guns, even though the gun owner hasn't broken a law. I wonder what could go wrong.
As you can see, these gun control talking points are old and have been debunked multiple times. They're not real solutions. They're simple first steps in the ultimate goal, which is to ban guns. Granted, he didn't go full Beto and say this.
Hell yes, we're gonna take your AR-15.
But what you said is just the passive-aggressive guilt trip way of saying the same thing. But make no mistake, you can flick your wrist and bellow out all the expired anti-2A talking points you want. This is Texas, bro, and we completely intend to keep Texas tactical. So when you see tons of people wearing their state-specific Keep America Tactical shirts, hats, hoodies, and drinkware because they clicked the link in the description section, don't be surprised. Also, after you grab your state-specific Keep America Tactical merch, make sure you share this video, leave a comment, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to learn more about the insane 2024 gun control package that the governor of New Mexico is trying to pass, go and watch the video I just released yesterday.